Health authorities in Belize on alert amid a major dengue outbreak. And in sport, West Indies A regained command of the first unofficial test against India A. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, July 25th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
What happens when a bunch of kids get together?
Wait, no, scratch that. A bunch of crazy kids.
They create characters,
Write stories,
record their voices,
make theme songs,
throw in some sound effects. And what do you get? Good idea. Where do we get the color from?
Tweet. We can use our own color. Good idea. The big sale starts in 1 hour. I'm so mad, so sad.
Do you know, I am really appreciative because I know this affects perhaps, hundreds of thousands of New Jerseyans, and of course people from around the area, because of course a lot of New York, New Jersey, and so much of this area intermingle. So this really does affect a large percentage of our viewing audience. So first of all, there's something called the ADA. Could you please explain what the ADA is and how it affects people?
The Ministry of Health in Belize is on high alert following a drastic increase in what is dengue cases. The number of cases so far this year stands at more than 600, which is more than twice the number of cases for all of 2018. Now, the last time the stats were so high was back in 2015. Lorna Perez, surveillance officer in the Ministry of Health, says following the gradual increase in cases at the beginning of 2019, there was a significant increase in the past 5 to 6 weeks. Now, the early cases were most concentrated in the north, but she says there are now more dengue cases confirmed in the southern part of the country. The Health Ministry is trying to contain the spread, which the Vector Control Unit spraying and conducting awareness campaigns across the country. In Trinidad and Tobago, the death toll from the attack on a group of fishermen continued to rise as the bodies of 2 more surfaced today. The sister of one of the men said the body of her sibling, Shiva Ramdeo, was found in Cedras this morning. The other man was identified as Brandon Kisoon. The 2 were among 7 who went missing when bandits believed to be pirates held them up, beat them and forced them to jump overboard their fishing vessels on Monday night. A total of 4 bodies have so far been found. 2 were found yesterday, Anand Rambasad and another who has not yet been identified. Public servants in St. Lucia will be going home with an extra $1,800 EC in their pay package this month. Government announced yesterday that's the lump sum it will be paying out following negotiations with public sector trade unions and staff associations on salaries and terms of conditions for the 3-year period ending March 31st this year. It said that while the final collective agreement coming out of the negotiation process was still being prepared and vetted for formal signing, it had agreed to make the lump sum payment in good faith. The government added that the money forms part of the package for salaries and wages as negotiated with the St. Lucia Trade Union Federation and will be made in this month's salary. Over in Antigua and Barbuda now, despite a passionate call from Health Minister Malwin Joseph for government to explore the possibility of banning importation of the Toyota Vitz vehicle, Prime Minister Gaston Brown says there will be no such prohibition. As we hear in this ABS News report, Joseph made the call in Parliament as he noted that the vehicle had been involved in several serious accidents.
The Vitz has an engine that is more powerful than the body of the vehicle, so that what happens is proportionally, the engine is stronger than the body of the vehicle.
The health minister chiming in with his own concerns about the number of crashes on the nation's roads. He made it clear it is a public health issue and one which is ballooning health costs.
When we bring a doctor from Trinidad, it's $15,000 to $20,000. So we can't ignore the problem. and it's a problem we need to address.
He explores one way to address it.
I was so upset about what was happening. Within a short space of time, there were 3 accidents in the Vits. And I called the AG, I said, listen, let's just ban this thing from coming into this country. Just ban it. We want people to have vehicles, but we want them to have safer vehicles, Mr. Speaker. We want us to look at it, Mr. AG. We cannot pronounce a policy here, but let us look at it. But it's a serious public health problem.
ABS News sought empirical evidence from the country's emergency services. Director of the Emergency Medical Services, Sean Greenwich, tells ABS News VITS vehicles have accounted for over half of all the traffic crashes between May and July 24 this year. There were 98 collisions overall during the period, 52 of which involved VITS vehicles. The breakdown shows 18 of 39 crashes involving the VITS in May, 22 of 37 in June, and 12 of 22 so far in July.
But in an announcement in a brief Facebook post yesterday, the Prime Minister said no ban is in place and government recommends caution when driving with speed. Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. West Indies A regained command on day 2 of the first unofficial test after they restricted India A's first innings chase at lunch today. Now resuming on an overnight score of 71 for the loss of 1 wicket, India ended the morning session on 134 for 3. They added a 60-run lead with Priyank Panchal perishing on 49, while Subham Gill, who came back to the crease on an overnight score of 9, was dismissed on 40 from 87 balls. Now Vihar remained not out on 12. Jomel Rorican had picked up 2 wickets for 18 runs so far, while Rakeem Cornwall took 1 wicket for 20 runs. And over to netball now. Trinidad and Tobago's Calypso girls admit they were on a learning curve in the just concluded Netball World Cup. The former champions returned to the Twin Island Republic early yesterday, and head coach Wesley Gomes believes they need more international meets. TV6's Sergio Defoe reports.
After a lengthy flight from Liverpool, England, the netball team were a tired bunch upon arrival at the Piarco International Airport.
We would have left the hotel at 1 o'clock China time this morning, so it was almost 24 hours we have been going. So we are tired and jet lagged.
The long journey back has given them ample time to reflect on their performance. After leaving the tournament confident about winning the title, coach of the team, Wesley Gomes, has said it was harder than expected.
Winning the title, so there's a big gap between 1 and 5 and 6 and 12 and then 12 and the rest. There's a big gap. If you watch the stats, the teams that play, the 6 to 12 that play the 1 to 5 normally lose by about 30 points. We would be the only team ranked 6 to 12 play. We play the 1 to 5 teams ranked. We were the only team that to score 40 points in each of the games.
However, he believes that the team got valuable lessons from the competition.
As the tournament went on, we grew from strength to strength. So we played better every game. We was able to watch our mistakes in one game and fix them in next game. So that clearly shows that we need a lot of more international exposure playing against the big teams.
That's Caribbean in 10. Good afternoon.